Yo, San Jose State kicks off their season today against Central Michigan at CFB Stadium, 7:30 kickoff. Should be about 70 degrees, nothing too crazy going on there. So let's get right on into it. Let's set the stage. Year 2 of the Niumatalolo era after going 7-5 in the regular season last year. And this should be a great game to build momentum. They got a San Jose Sharks hat sponsorship going on tonight. They have a little block party. I'm going to be very interested to see the attendance tonight, the crowd tonight at that block party going on. They have events throughout this entire season, so this should definitely be a good one to set the tone, not just even from a football perspective, to see just how much they built their fandom from last season coming into the game. Central Michigan, they're just like San Jose State last season. Whole new coaching staff with Matt Drenkel coming over from Army. More Army-Navy battle, as Ken has also been the former head coach of Navy. And we'll dig into San Jose State. Walker Eget, what are we going to learn today? Who are his favorite targets? Are we going to see a lot of deep downfield action? Leland Smith, I think he's one of the better deep ball passers in all of college football, and the numbers back that up as well. Obviously, he's going to go into the slot. It's what the spread and shred system predicates, but who are going to be his favorite targets? We will absolutely learn that by the end of the night. Kwiatkowski, he is one of the best linebackers in all the MAC. The spread and shred offense, you have to be quick on your feet, high tempo offense with those RPOs, being able to navigate. One of the better linebackers in all of college football is going to be something to watch to see just how successful San Jose State's offense will be tonight. The offensive line, it returns a lot of guys. They only lose technically one guy. They lose 2 starters, obviously, but this Central Michigan is one of the better pass rushers in all of the nation. They're going to return one of their top guys. They're going to start a redshirt freshman tonight. Just 2 athletic guys, and it was a problem at the early part of last season, keeping Emmett Brown clean. Can they keep Walker Eget clean? Can he have those opportunities to push the ball downfield against a secondary of a lot of returners? That's going to be another facet. It's strength on strength, really. San Jose State's high power offense. Central Michigan's got a returning secondary with a lot of guys and a great pass rush. So strength versus strength, who's going to win out tonight? I personally think that San Jose State's offense, they're just going to score too many points. It'll be too high power to stop. Central Michigan just won't have the star power, but they can hang in a football game, and we'll see if they can neutralize it tonight with their pass rush. And we look over at Central Michigan's storylines tonight. Brand new everything, particularly a brand new offensive coordinator in Jim Chapman. He loves to run the football. That's been his claim to fame. So how creative will they get with the run game? How many different ways can they operate in the run game? Joey Lavis performed great at a play action last season before he went down with injury. Can San Jose State keep him in the pocket? It's going to be a big game for a large returning front seven to see what they can do against a huge it looks like a huge run game with some quick play action put in between there. I'm sure if you've seen a video on this channel, you know I'm extremely high on what I think San Jose State can do against the run this season. This is a great test to start the season. It looks like they will have a lot of creative ways to get the ball into their running backs' hands. It looks like Lavis will be able to run the ball whenever he has the opportunity, so it'll be very interesting to see how they're looking. And of course, the new secondary. If they're not winning against the run, they're going to try and push the ball downfield, and they're going to test a lot of these brand new cornerbacks. Are they legit? Or is the communication in the secondary ideal for San Jose State in week 1? Obviously, nothing is going to be perfect for any team in week 1, but how is this group operating? And really, Central Michigan, they finished almost worse in the nation last year in turnover ratio. San Jose State, they were pretty middle of the pack, but they were forcing the 5th second most turnovers in all of the nation last season. How can Central Michigan either A, keep the ball out of their hands, or B, force those turnovers? And I think that's where we look into the X factors. Walker Eget is X factor number 1 by far for me this game. If Central Michigan can control the turnover battle, they stay in this football game. They didn't win a lot of games last season, but their turnover rate was, I think it was like 2nd worst in the entire nation. So if you keep them in this game, they will stay in this game, especially with the brand new offensive attack. Their Central Michigan's run game, I I think the front seven of San Jose State's going to win out, but if they're just too creative with this run attack, then there's no reason that they shouldn't stay in this game. And the San Jose State secondary, as already mentioned, if the Central Michigan run game isn't working, or even if it is working, they find a perfect way to balance it, then you're going to have to be able to cover in that secondary and not allow for big burst plays of more than 20 yards. And will Central Michigan stay with one quarterback the entire game? Levis won the job after being injured last season, but if you look at their depth chart, there's 3 different guys in there. It looks like they're ready to put in at any given moment. So being able to play with switching quarterbacks, San Jose State, that was a problem for them last season, seeing multiple quarterbacks at one time in the game. I think that they'll be able to handle themselves tonight, but it'll be interesting to see what Central Michigan does with the brand new coaching staff, and if they want to stay with only one quarterback, something San Jose State fans are very sure of, is a new coaching staff and switching quarterbacks consistently in a game. They could have momentum, and they could potentially ruin it by putting a new quarterback in, or they could be losing momentum, and that was the switch that took everything that they needed. So 4 things there to look out for tonight. Both teams have a brand new special teams unit. I think there's no reason to predict anything like that going into the game, but of course there are 3 different units in the game. Special teams could absolutely be something that decides it, but both are brand new units, so it'll be interesting to see the communication, who goes out at certain return spots, and who wins the kicking job for San Jose State. Dennis Lynch is there, Matthias Brown's there, who will be out there in different situations. Both teams have a win against each other. They played bowl games against each other in the 1900s. But let's look at what's really at stake for tonight. San Jose State, this should be a great way to prove immediately they are legit this season. There's a lot of hype coming into the year. Boise State's already lost. UNLV looked extremely shaky in their first game of the season. They'll be kicking off, I believe, at the same time against Sam Houston State while they play against Central Michigan. But if you can really come out and kick butt in this opening game, you should look like the favorites to win the Mountain West already after week 1, because of how your competition has fared and how you shall succeed. If you lose, a lot of positive momentum will have been killed coming into this. I mean, I've seen double-digit win seasons everywhere. I've looked for predictions for San Jose State, so losing this one, that's not something you really want to imagine. They should come out and handle business, and I think cover the spread as well. For Central Michigan, I think expectations stay pretty low, considering new everything basically coming in. Winning, if you win after being double-digit dogs with a brand new coaching staff, that gives you so much inspiration. But if you lose, it's definitely not the worst thing in the world. You get out of this game clean. I think you find the starters at the positions. But just keep the game competitive. You want to see the fight in the team that maybe it lacked at certain points last season, considering all the injuries and off the field drama maybe. You just want to see that competitive edge for Central Michigan, and can they hang in the game against San Jose State? My prediction for this one personally, San Jose State covers the spread. They'll win by more than 2 touchdowns. The passing offense, it'll just be too much. The front 7 will dominate in the run game. It'll force them to pass, and this won't be a true test of how can they defend the pass. Not that Texas the following week will be. That's like a test on drugs, but it'll be interesting to see they'll fare against this run-heavy scheme and how they'll cover in the secondary. My personal prediction will be a 38-21 victory, and that's just about it. They will move into the following week 1-0, heading into Austin. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments what the predictions for this one will be. Who do you think will break out? What are we going to see tonight? Thank you for watching. Catch you next time.